I play Lieutenant Clarence Earl Dickinson. He's one of the many dive bombers in the story. He's kind of the best friend of Dick Best, and they're kind of the two main gunners in the story. And yeah, an American hero and a wonderful man, a father, a husband, and he passed away in 1984.
Yeah, I play Dick Best. Best friend of Clarence Dickinson, husband of Ann Best, father of Barbara Best. You know, we represent the bravery, the heroics of these men, you know, on the front lines, on the frontier of American aviation. And yeah, it was an incredible honor.
I play James Murray. He's Dick Best's rear gunner, and I think where James fits into the script is kind of showing the reality of some of the mentality of some of these younger troops who were put into situations that they weren't prepared for and definitely weren't ready for, but had to kind of just go for it.
I honestly liked all the stuff on the aircraft carrier just because of the vastness of what they created, you know, the crew and the VFX and, you know, the set design, all that coming together, all the extras, all the people. It was, it just made you feel like you were in it, you know.
Yeah, for me it was incredible to see the movie for the first time, you know. It was really the magic of cinema to see all the VFX put in and, you know, to see how dynamic our dive bombing scenes were. But truly my favorite scenes in the movie are the intimate scenes. They're also my favorite scenes to shoot. So, you know, the scene in the bedroom with Ann Moore, Ann Best, sorry, Mandy Moore, where I open up, you know, and show my emotional fragility, and, you know, the scene in the locker room with Kean's character, James Murray, where he shows his emotional fragility, and, you know, all of the brotherly scenes, especially the first scene that we shot where I stepped down off the carrier when we come back to Pearl Harbor for the first time, and me and Clarence Dick Best and Clarence Dickinson have a hug and a couple of words. That was a beautiful, intimate moment, and I think that's the strength of this story, is the epic nature, you know, combined with the intimacy.
Yeah, I think that as far as a visual spectacle, he really mastered these dogfights, and even when the film ended, getting up from my seat, I felt like a little shaky, and he did such a good job at it. They are on open waters, or they're in the air with, you know, thousands of miles to sea, but there still is a really amazing feeling that he captures of being claustrophobic, of not having anywhere to go, and he's really nailed all these dogfight scenes and on the carrier of these these guys having nowhere to go but straight down or straight up.
I mean, it defines everything, because this is where the war kind of started off with Pearl Harbor, and, you know, and then the retaliation of the United States, and then what led to Midway. So I mean, this is the place, and being here and being able to speak to the guys in the Navy, it's surreal, and it just makes you appreciate these men that much more, and you just want to do them as much honor as possible. So being back, I feel like, you know, this is where I first met Ed. This is where it all began, and I just, you know, I feel like a kid, man. I'm just happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's quite a romantic and profound feeling to be back here, you know, to be able to have the world premiere here, you know, on Ford Island for military personnel. This is a really special and, like I say, profound experience. You know, for us it was so informative to come to Pearl Harbor, to Ford Island, to be surrounded by military personnel, you know, to speak with the Navy wives, to speak with the servicemen, the Marines, the officers. You know, it was so informative, you know, to see the bullet holes from the Zeros. You know, that was an important moment, you know, to sit inside a real Douglas Dauntless, you know, in the Pacific Aviation Museum. You know, these are the kind of informative experiences which mean that you can go and shoot the rest of the movie in Montreal, you know, in the winter, in a studio, you know, and you're so informed physically and especially emotionally by the experience of being here that you can keep that energy while you're over there, you know. So to be back here is a really special thing that I'm not taking for granted, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah, this is my first time here, so I'm just really happy to be here and pay my respects and just see this beautiful island.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you